Hello and welcome back to Space Engineers. My name is Rabenschild. I worked more on the carry-all and you can see that at least the outside is at least complete. I did some stuff on the inside too, and you can see that I started to implement things that are maybe not so necessary for the function. So in the movie, the carry-all has some straps and some things that go down to the harvester. By the way, I parked it there and you can see that I changed something. So we have some wheels in the front now. They keep the whole thing up, and the driving back here damaged the front part relatively good. And I needed to have some wheels in the front to keep it up. And there is concept art that kind of shows that that was an idea that was in there. So that's what we are living with now. So let us go on top of it. I made a small landing pad basically here, so what I usually would have on a landing pad, and then two compartments for different things in the back. And I've put some open windows basically here, so that this thing here will not be airtight, because I want to have the vaporators here. I want to have them here. And let us say something. These things do not produce a lot of ice. I have 10 now. Each side has 5, and it is not enough. These things produce just minute amounts of ice. And when we go and maybe take a look at one of the tanks, we can see that this is just all the hydrogen I have right now in all of the tanks basically. And the thrusters on the sides, for the show I want to have them, they take a lot of hydrogen just for showing off. Oh yeah, and then I also brought down more parts for these thrusters, and I have put, I think, one down thruster here, but in the front I've put some more in. So here are also forward, backward and sideward thrusters, so that we can have, even if the ship is a bit tilted to the side, we have enough thrust. So in the front here I've put down a cockpit like structure, and here you can see I still have this open. But today I want to make a test if this thing is able to lift the harvester. The harvester has the contact points now, and I can bring it up if I want. And we can even dock it and then bring all the things from the harvester to the carry-all, so that we can maybe bring it back if we don't want to bring back the harvester yet. So I need to set up some things. Oh yeah, and I worked on something else. So can you see what I've done there? I'm working more and more on the statue, and it will not be as big as I thought, and it is something I'm not good at. So from afar it looks kind of the part. There's an arm missing and the head, but from close up it looks a bit weird. But this thing needs to be working from closer, I have to be a bit away so that thing then works in the end. I'm still I'm still working around some of the things on the base too. I still don't know what's up with the projectors. I haven't tried it yet, but all these things. And in the last week I had a lot to do, and that revolved a bit around space engineers, but more the server. So some of you noticed that there was no stream yesterday, and that again was just, oh, I wanted to do some things that had to do with my brother's birthday. And so we had a holiday here, but we celebrated my brother's birthday, and so that comes first. So this is the main connector. And then we need the name for the front one. So the front one is the front connector. So I worked on Fundland, and I did some work there. So mainly updating mods, throwing out some stuff, and that worked out well this time. The last time we tried it before the stream and it didn't work. So this time I basically just downloaded the world, changed everything that I wanted to change, and then I uploaded it again. And this time I finally had all the mods that I wanted. Whew, that will be fun, I say. Good. The front one will be this, and the main one will be here. I want to put the merge block, because this time we will work with the merge block, and then we might have to figure something out, because I brought in a mod that is able to rename my grids. One thing that I don't like about the merge blocks is that they rename your grids when you... Okay, this doesn't work. Some people said that it is nice that this thing is not fast and twitchy, and I have to say that's true. This ship doesn't need to be very fast, but I at least want it to be able to turn relatively fast, and that's one thing I've completely forgot to implement. That is gyros. So what I will do is cut out some holes here, and then we will bring in... Oh, okay. That doesn't work. So close that off again, and we'll do it up top. Oh no! Yeah. See, I worked on the statue the last time. So I had a bit of a fun week. On Wednesday, Nathan from Nathan's Sandbox did a bit of a Minecraft event that I was invited to. Basically, he said, maybe you want to come too, and I said, that's cool, we'll do that. And we had a bit of fun, although it turned south very, very fast. It's funny how on a public server if you OP someone, immediately everything just goes down the drain. All the nice plans that you had with all those to a survival world, and then we will all bring in stuff, and then we don't know, we kill the Ender Dragon. Immediately turns south if someone gets OP'd, because then you immediately have all the people being creative and do other stuff. Minecraft. Don't know. I haven't played normal Minecraft in a long time, and there's a lot of new stuff. No, not that it is. This is not the theme right now. My server was far more interesting with changing out some things. We threw out a weapon mod that was in there that I don't know, nobody really used and is then kind of not necessary anymore. Because I personally, and you don't know, some of you people that know that already, I like weapon mods, but what I don't like is weapon mods that bring in too much stuff. So singular weapons or something like that I like very much, and maybe also something that has multiple weapons. But what I don't like is when it goes ham with, okay, I need 20 different ammunition types and different, the weapons are very, very different, and it's something I don't personally like to play with. And we had the, I think, star sector weapons in there, and I don't know, it's cool stuff, but it was a lot of different stuff, and then a lot of different ammunitions, and that's, don't know, that clutters up the G menu. And I have to say, now we replaced it with far better stuff, like 10 different thruster types. Some of the people wanted to have modular thrusters, and I threw them at them, and that brought me into the position to say, okay, if you want modular thrusters, I want LY thrusters. And then someone else said, ooh, LY thrusters. So we have them on the server now, and we threw out some stuff, so we didn't go too crazy and too hard on the mods. The server is still relatively low on big mods, on mods that change too much. So again, we have some stuff that gives us different tanks, but there's no crazy powerful power stuff. And now the thrusters are a bit meh, but everything will be fine, hopefully. Good. I will just leave this for cargo right now and see if this can lift the harvester already. That's one thing I want to know, because then I can just stack up on stuff to kind of be able to lift extra cargo, and I don't have to see how much extra stuff I need for, or extra thrusters I need for the harvester. And you see, the hydrogen is already empty, and now it starts to just maybe I will go and just do a bit of a thrust override so that these things just produce a bit of thrust. But then I would have to put something against it. I'm not sure how to really deal with the hydrogen thrusters. I just want to have them as a bit of a visual thing. Maybe the tank needs to be full, or I need to put in more. Oh, I've put in the camera. Yes. View. Or I need to put in more vaporator. Okay, come on. Again, this thing might already be able to just lift the harvester without any issues. So it is, again, the thrusters, the grav thrusters here are just gravimetric manipulators or something like that. They are just crazy powerful, and that's okay for me, but I don't know how. I can take a look at it. So these produce, no, I can't. Max thrust 9.78. So it's not too powerful, but so it's just, yeah, it's just 2 meganewtons more. It's all the power. Oh, when it comes to thrust, give me a sec. And I'm back. So needed to do something. So when it comes to thrust, I saw a video by Patrick Hansen. I talked about that guy once before. He did this, one of the crazy mining scripts I saw that I definitely still want to test out. And now he immediately came up with something else that I want to test out. That is, in my opinion, far more, how to say, necessary? Necessary is the wrong word. It's something I personally would like to test, and relatively soon. He brought out a script that is able to control a graph drive, basically. So a drive that works with artificial gravity generators and with mass blocks. Don't know if all you know that, and I was not aware of that for a long time too. And let us say I never use it. You can use mass blocks and graph generators to propel a ship. And with that, okay, it snapped. Can I lift off? Can lift off. This thing flies. Not very well, and I think I need to definitely put more thrusters in, but this thing flies. So we could now... Okay, I think I will bring that back. Okay, to the... see the wheels are rolling because I don't have it set up to not use thrusters in this... not use wheels in this cockpit. It's even steering. One thing I want to do is take a look at... Bring it closer in so I can use the... Oh, I know what I can do. Oh, now it's slow. Now it's slow. Can we get it to roll a bit? Okay, that works. I'll bring it a bit down. I should finish what I was starting to do. So Patrick Hansen did a video about his script that controls basically all the things for a graph drive. The cool thing about this is, and that's the most amazing thing, and that's one thing that I also kind of liked with the vector thrust, is that it changes basically how the ships fly. And with a graph drive, you are basically able to not have gyroscopes anymore. So he uses 4 clusters of graph drives, or graph... everything you need for a graph drive. So mass blocks surrounded by... something bad is happening. But I don't know what. I don't know what is happening. I rolled it into the wrong direction. He uses 4 clusters of these graph drive elements, and with that he's able to steer the ship without any gyroscopes. That's amazing. These ships will not work in gravity, or only in low gravity with reduced power, because you all know that graph generators don't work on planets with higher gravity, I think he said something about 0.5 gravity. It will work up to this number. And I definitely want to test that. Definitely want to take a look at this. This is... I always like this. This is cool when scripters definitely come out with something that changes things really fundamentally. That's why I kind of like the vector thrust thing, because vector thrust changes how everything basically works. That makes it really, really nice. And this thing changes how everything works. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So it is 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10. Okay, that is too close. So we can maybe go a bit back. I want to see how... if I can make this whole thing, this whole ordeal here a bit smaller without cramping, or without having to completely cramp the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's maybe better. And then from here I can change the layout of these front types. I think this is too small. This part here is just too small, and I want to give it a bit more room. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So yeah, that's better. Now I can bring that down, and the harvester still has enough space for everything. Good. I want to put in 1 or 2 more thrusters. So we need down thrust. I think we can ignore the upthrust now. So maybe down thrust. Graph. Small gravimetric. Large gravitic, not gravimetric. Gravitic manipulators. Good. This should be the down thrust. Let us just go with 3 for now. Maybe some to the side. It seems to work really well with a side thrust, but let's be safe then. Sorry. And then 1 and 1 to the back, 1 to the front. That should be good. Okay. See, I brought in hopefully enough gravity components so that I can build this up. Good. Now the question is, and one thing we might want to have is, we need to scout basically ahead. So the small car or the ornithopter, that definitely needs changing. Need to scout ahead. Find good spaces for mining, and then we want to transport the harvester there. So I have some spots around the base, but with this system we can bring the harvester to basically everywhere we need it. So did this weld everything up? It did. Good. Okay. And so let us unlock it again. It is a bit... it's still not very agile with the gyroscopes. That's something I wanted to kind of be able to turn around, maybe not on a dime, but a bit more power would be nice. So let us bring in some more clusters of gyroscopes. So yeah, Patrick Hansen. I definitely deserves a lot of attention. We had Christoph. That's one of the guys that also hopefully is sometimes, or hopefully sometimes shows up on stream. He kind of had his, or I used his mining script on the, not mining script for easier use of a miner, and that, or a mining rig, that's the better word there. And he kind of referred to that guy and said, here, this guy does even crazier stuff. He was absolutely right, saying thanks for that, Christoph. And I don't know, I feel I need to get in better contact with Patrick, because I definitely need explanations. Don't know how he comes up with this stuff. There were already, I think, scripts that could control graph drives. But this thing I really find completely crazy, because it's, yeah, it has this component of, okay, you don't need anything else but the graph drives. That's damn cool. Good. Okay, we will wait until this is done. So you see that this still is a crazy project, even with crazy powerful thrusters. I should have used maybe the 1000% gyros. And the power thing. So at the moment we are not using a lot of power. That's a good thing. So we could add more vaporators, or what we could do is maybe that's something. So we have one upgrade slot on each of these things. So what we could do is maybe give it a speed boost. The question is it speed that we want? Or do we want to have yield? Let us take a look what I have done on the base. Ugh. Let me out. And then later we can go and do some detail work, make the thing look a bit nicer. We need to change the color, and then I kind of want to stack some cargo on the deck here and stuff like that, so that it looks like a vehicle that is in use, and not like just, okay, smooth. Okay, what do I have here? Speed module. So the speed module gives it at least a bit more a bit more speed. That was easy to evaluate. So I think I tried it. I did try it out, or I tried it out what module we want to have here. So let us make another test. Let us make another test. So we do the vaporator, and then we do another vaporator. What we do is these ones are incomplete, so we turn them off, rename them, test my testy. Why are you not? Oh, okay. Oh no, I'm at the moment. I'm struggling with keeping up with materials. So not with the ingots, with the components, because this thing now has tons and tons and tons of steel in it. So every time I produce something that uses a lot of steel plates, I run out of them so quick. So this works. This should work too. So this one gets 8. The yield, and this one gets the speed. So effectiveness 109%. That's not a lot. And this thing will have, come on, a productivity of 150%. So if I go now and say test, just throw that in, turn that on. Take a look, 0.6, 0.9. I think speed is the better decision, or? So let us turn this off again. Speed has 4.49 and this has 3.26, so that's the decision is made. It will be speed. That might bring up the energy use, but there's so much energy in this ship that I don't really care for this. And then I could make it so that I turn some of them around and just connect them on the bottom again. So what did we say? Not yield, we wanted to have speed. So 1 speed module, 2 speed module, 3 speed module, 4 speed module, 5. So now that I have count out of my system, we can continue this. So good. Vaporators 9. Turn it upside down and just put some more in. I at least want it to get so that, don't know, if the whole system doesn't run as it should, so while hovering, that I maybe get a net positive while hovering. That would be amazing if I could achieve that. But the problem could be that this needs, I think, a lot of the vaporators. These things are not energy hungry, but again, the amount of stuff that comes out of them. So here, 600 kilowatts. That's nothing. This ship needs at the moment a few percent of its power. Well, we can see that once we are undocked. So before I do that, I need to have these things finished. Maybe I will wait for that a bit and then come back to you so that we can just take a look at how much power we are using up, how much ice we are then producing and all that stuff. I would like to have at least a net positive while this thing is hovering, so that I can keep it hovering somewhere, and then it slowly refills, so that when I'm moving or something like that, then it can use up a bit of the hydrogen or something like that. But what's missing? Just the steel plates again. That will take a moment. Good. We'll be back in a second. So everything seems to be ready. We should undock and see how bad it is. I'm generating around 26 liters of hydrogen per tank, per thing. I'm taking a look at one tank, and I see that it goes from 24, I think, to 31 or something like that. So it's, I would say 26, around 26. So if we can kind of get it to hover at that. So, no. 133 liters. That I need a lot more vaporators to get that done. So maybe I need to bring in another or 2 or 3 more of the quantum black solar panels so that I can have enough power. Although we have at the moment a power usage of, what does the reactor say? The reactor is not even in use. Do we have batteries running? We have batteries running, so we have... Oh, the fluid batteries are just from the harvester. It uses them up to inventory mass. I might want to set them to charge. Or recharge, then batteries. Set them to recharge too, so that I maybe can see. So we are not using up any power at the moment. That's a good thing. These solar panels are just cheaty like nothing. Okay, that thing hovers really well. It flies really well. So now we could bring, don't know, the harvester to a different spot. I think that's what I will do. We need to bring it into the spice, and the cool thing is that this planet definitely has some spice in it. So I ruined the landscape around the base relatively heavily. That's something I usually don't do, but having one of these miners just, don't know, lends itself to making holes everywhere and then just dig up stuff. So you can see these tracks there. It's weird that it must be one of these detail things when you're farther away, because when you're closer, see, then it goes away. So here you can see the spice melange. I recently watched a lot of film, or again, I'm still doing that, film moments from the Dune film, and I need to definitely take another look. The film is very, very different from the book when it comes to the characters, for example. But I like it as a movie. So let us go down and just... Ah, this is great. Can I do some trickery? So 8. Ah, this is really nice. Some John Rizzo, I think, said it looks like a... This thing looks like a vegetable peeler. I like it. And then I don't know, someone said that they built a similar ship to this, something with a shape similar to this wedge. The front should be a bit different, but the problem is that they're in the front. On the ship in the movie, there's a gradual slope, downward slope from the top. It's something I cannot do. It would be just too steep if I do that in these blocks, and that's sad. Again, I would like to have so many more blocks that I could use to make gradual slopes and stuff like that. I'm not sure. Good. I need to do a screenshot. One from farther away so that we can maybe... It could be nice. Okay, good. Let us go back into the cockpit. And now we just bring it down here somewhere. I hope this area here is not too crazy for the harvester. With the front wheels, I have to say it works a lot better. That was something that surprised me. That just adding the front wheels immediately added a lot more traction, a lot more things to it. So can we drop it? So 6. No, oh, 6. 6. Ooh. Okay, it's rolling away. That's not good. Don't roll away. Please, 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 please. That needs fixing. Why did it unlock? Yeah, I know what I need to do. Stop rolling! Stop rolling! I always use the P thing to unlock it, and that's not the pro thing to do. So the fluid batteries need turning on. That's also a thing that needs to be done. And the normal batteries too. Would you please stop now? So stop it, stop. Okay. Come on, stop it. Why is this thing still rolling? I'm hitting the brake hard. Okay, come on. Now it's parked. Good thing. Now we can dig up this area and find us some space. I really like it. I really like it. That worked out better than I thought. Good. Okay, this thing will go back. We'll get some, don't know, changes, color changes. I will build more on it, and I still want to try to figure out how I can at least get the hydrogen to just roll in when this thing is hovering. Good, but I think that's all for today. We achieved a lot and recorded for a long time, so I think we can just we did some good things today. So where's the base? There's the base. So okay, people, I will not keep you waiting until I'm back. I will do that in the meantime. So hope you liked the episode. If you did, then please leave a like on the video. The next week should hopefully be better. Real life is not treating me badly anymore, and I hope that, yeah, after that 2 weeks of holidays should be good. I maybe, don't know, maybe I can stream a bit more. We will see how that works out. Good, people, thanks for watching, I would say. Hope, yeah, you liked the episode. If you did, please leave a like on the video and all this stuff. If you're new here, then subscribe to see more on this Dune series and my main space engineer series out there, I would say. Good, people, thanks for watching. Hope to see you in the next one. See ya, guys.